Just because he does it in the open does not make abuse of power okay. Outrage after Trump asks China to investigate Biden's. Let's be very clear what's happening here. Trump is openly asking foreign governments to interfere in the 2020 presidential election against his political rivals.
Here's a summary of the article.
Immediate backlash erupted on Thursday after President Donald Trump called for the governments of China and Ukraine to investigate current 2020 Democratic frontrunner Joe Biden and his son Hunter Biden for corruption, a comment that may land the president in even more trouble as an impeachment inquiry in the House continues to move forward. President Trump is under the misimpression that if he keeps committing impeachable offenses, he can somehow normalize them and escape accountability, advocacy group Public Citizen said in response to the president's comments. Trump made the comments on the South Lawn of the White House in response to questions about the deepening scandal over his alleged pressuring of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to look into Hunter Biden's employment with the oil company Burisma Holdings. What happened in China is just about as bad as what happened with Ukraine, Trump said Thursday. Two ideas at once: 1. Trump and his family are unabashedly corrupt, and Trump should be impeached for abuse of power. 2. Son of a VP shouldn't join a foreign trip to China and take a side meeting for his recently launched private equity fund. Trump said Hunter's business dealings in Ukraine and China amounted to a payoff. Hey, Mitt, Trump is just blurting it out there now. He wants Ukraine and China to investigate Biden, tweeted here.
This post received a score of 26,126, with an upvote ratio of 90%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Here's a letter Speaker Pelosi sent to the Republican leader today.
Kevin McCarthy is a neighbor of a relative of mine. Such a good neighbor that he and his wife saved her blind dog when it ran away. Sad that he has been such a spineless POS in politics. My relative used to send him letters about her disapproval of his policies in the past, and has even said things to his face. My relative says she liked him as a person before Trump, but now in the Trump era she just doesn't have any respect for him anymore.
Reminder: Kevin McCarthy is a traitor. House Majority Leader to colleagues in 2016, I think Putin pays Trump.
The trick he's trying to pull here. He's in deep shit for not only trying to solicit the aid of a foreign government to intervene in his political career, but also because he withheld $400 million in aid to do so. Now he's just saying something that treads the line between a crime and just being a completely piece of shit, and next he and the GOP will try to conflate the two. Oh, it's just Trump being Trump, while they try to distract from the $400 million elephant in the room.
I actually think he has been advised that there is so much evidence of what he has done that he can't possibly walk it back. Plan B is to pretend like it's no big deal. He was just trying to stop the corrupt Bidens from doing bad things. Tweets like this normalize it, it's out in the open, there's no secret, so it can't be bad. He has a strategy. Trump is actually very good at one thing: testing boundaries. His whole stance is, or what? What bad shit happens to me if I do that thing? Oh, nothing. Okay boys, keep doing it. I'm gonna work on the next thing.
Because the system doesn't account for this extreme type of partisanship. The system needs politicians who will turn against people who abuse the office. Right now there is no way to properly prosecute Trump as his party is loyal. In the real world this would be a RICO case. Political parties acting more as mafia than elected officials.
I come from NZ, where for most of the country, the political party one supports is less important than whether a person is a horrendous dickbag. I honestly think America needs to draw a line in the sand and say forget about whether you are a Republican or a Democrat for 5 minutes. We can go back to arguing about healthcare and abortions once this crisis is over. Party needs to be put away for a few minutes because surely we all agree no matter what party you vote for that Don Stupidone should not be allowed the nuclear launch codes.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.